Hey everyone, Big Papa Blaze here. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to idle Pet Sim X, or any other game for that matter. Let's get into it. Alright, so the two main programs I use to idle are called an auto clicker or Tiny Task. Now both work really well, and there's different situations where I use either or. First I'm going to go over the auto clicker. Now hopefully you guys get the same version as me, because it's the most simple one. You can change the click interval, which is how quickly it's clicking, which button you want it to click. You can make it click anywhere where your cursor is, or you can pick a specific location, which can be handy for me because I have cats who move my mouse. So sometimes I pick the location on the chest. You can see that my start hotkey is F6 and my stop hotkey is also F6. So hitting F6 will continuously click on the chest for me. Now one thing to note guys, if you're using an auto clicker for idling, it's important to go into your settings and change pet sending to all. Because if you don't do that, you're just going to be sending one pet at a time and then taking them off, and you won't spend much time actually on the chest. Alright, now the second program I mentioned was called Tiny Task. Now this one's a little more complicated than the auto clicker, but I do really like it because it can do a whole lot more. The first thing I always do when I open it is change the preferences and put the check mark on continuous playback. That way whatever you record will play over and over and not just once. And then I usually change the playback hotkey to F8. That's just a personal preference. Also you should note that the recording hotkey, you can change it too, but I usually leave it as Control-Shift-Alt-R, which sounds complicated, but it's pretty easy. So when you want to make a recording with Tiny Task, as I just said, Control-Shift-Alt-R, you hit those buttons, and then you do whatever you want it to record and play over and over. So you can literally just hold click on the chest, Control-Shift-Alt-R again, and then when you hit F8, which is my playback button to play it, it'll just loop what I recorded, which is me just clicking on the chest, over and over and over. Alright guys, the last thing I wanted to show you was how to use Tiny Task to combine your pets, because if you're like me, you don't like to spend lots of time doing it. So we're going to record ourselves combining the pets just once. Once you hit OK there, you can stop the recording and play it back. And now if you leave it, it will literally just combine all your pets for you, which is awesome. But I warn you, if you have any mythics or things that you're trying to keep and you don't want to try to turn golden, this program will try it for you and you'll most likely fail and lose those pets. So you have to be careful. There you go guys, those are the two programs I use. I'll put the links in the description if you want to get them yourself. And thanks for watching.